Hello everyone, Anthony here of PCY Collectible Trading Cards, and today we are talking standard Kagero. Don't forget, like and subscribe buttons are down below. Click those if you haven't already. As well as that notification bell, that way you are notified of whenever videos are posted. And be sure to leave a comment down below with what you think of my build of Kagero, as well as what your build looks like. And be sure to check out the links down below for my Facebook page, my locals Facebook page, eBay store, and tcgplayer store. So today we are discussing standard Kagero. So starter is Lizard Runner Undu. On ride, draw a card. Standard. The standard starter. Trigger lineup is 8 crits, so 4 of each. Four heals, and 4 of the draw PGs. This will probably not change anytime soon. The draw PGs are just a little too good to have. I mean, you could do like a 2-2 split or a 3-1 split, but I think draw PGs are the way to go in standard. Next I run 2 of the Dominance Dragon, because you need to establish dominance early with Kagero. As long as you have more rear guards than your opponent, gets plus 3k, so plus 5k, so it's a 13k swinger as long as you have more rear guards than your opponent. Next up we have 4 bar on placement, counterblast, soul blast 1. Kill a card in the same column as it gets plus 5k. Next is 4 Flame of Hope Airmo. Whenever you retire something, retire this. Countercharge 1, draw a card, and as long as it's boosting, it's an 11k booster. Next up, for my final grade 1 slot, I run 4 of the Dragonic Gaius because adding extra crits is fun. Yes, it's a counterblast and you push its soul and you lose the boost, but giving an extra crit is really solid on top of waterfall. So instead of swinging double crit, you're swinging triple crit, and they can't PG it. Very, very good. A little cheesy, but it is extremely solid. I liked that over the other choices, but in the future, if I do take it out, Ropio will probably come into play. Maybe the other grade 1 promo that works with Sutherland, but we will see. Grade 2s, I am currently running 3 Bellicosity Dragons. This is every time something is retired, it gets 5k, whether it's Vanguard or Rearguard. However, it has to be on the field to see the retirement. So, the other option I was considering was Spillover Dragon. Again, that may be something that changes in the future, but right now I'm sticking with the Bellicosities. Next up is 4 of the newest New Holland. On placement, counterblast 1, retire something in the back row, and then it gets plus 5k. So there's a little trick you can do if you can pull it off. Ride Bellicosity, call your Nahalim, counterblast 1, retire 1, it gets 5, and then if you just so happen to have it in hand, you play the Cruel Dragon, and then you're off and running. Then if you hit with Cool Dragon, you bounce it back, you soul charge, you randomly hit that soul charge grade 3, and you just kind of shenanigan on the next turn with Dragonic Waterfall. Otherwise, if you don't have that opening set up, you have your preferred grade 2 ride, which is 4 of the Berserk Dragons on placement, counterblast, soul blast 1. If it's on Vanguard, draw a card. And then if you have more rear guards than it gets plus 3k. Very solid option as a rear guard as well. So second part's only rear guard, and you only get to draw if it's your Vanguard. So utility, That's the only downside, is these are both on placement, so after they're placed they really don't do anything. At least Berserk Dragon does become a 13k attacker as long as you have more. So Kagero is really lacking in the grade 2 department that does stuff other than retire on placements, which is why if you'd rather play Spillover Dragon, that way you can swing with it, and then only if you attack the Vanguard, then you can counterblast, push it in, kill an interceptor. So you kind of refill your soul and you also retire a card at the same time, so it has a little synergy with the deck. I am running one Cruel Dragon. Like I said, it's got the force marker, so it's great if you don't happen to have the Overlord or the Waterfall early game. Also, if you happen to pull off the grade 2 combination, you play this, and then you can bounce this back, and then it gives you a solid rear guard option, or again to ride if you don't have the other grade 3s. Then I run 4 of the Dragonic Overlord. On hit, counterblast 1, discard 2, restand. That's the only problem, it has to hit. And then you can Soul Blast 1 on Vanguard or Rear Guard and give it an extra 10k. So, like I said, if you're playing the Gaius, you can push the Soul, give it the extra crit, make it 33 double crit, and force them to use the PG early. That way they don't have to worry about that. But then that's also taking a PG out of hand, so when you go Dragonic Waterfall, it's one less cards you have to worry about. Even though it's on placement, retire 1, and then Soul Blast 1, it gets 10k and a crit, no Sentinels for the turn for when it attacks. So yeah, that is my Overlord Kagero deck profile. Don't forget, like and subscribe buttons are down below. Please click those if you have not already done so. Be sure to leave a comment with what you think of my deck profile, as well as what your deck profile looks like. And be sure to check the links down below for Facebook, my locals Facebook, eBay store, and TCG Player store. This is Anthony of PCY Collectible Trading Cards saying stay tuned.